shore is love. Welcome aboard, it's love.
Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. The love boat. So we'll be making another run. It's love. Welcome aboard. It's love.
A very good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I hope you can see us. I hope you can hear us. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Tatiana. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Coming to you live from Cocoa Beach, Florida, where it's warm and sunny. And I got to say, I'm going to give a quick shout out to some of the Scandinavia team that are here in Florida and going to be boarding the Miraval this coming weekend. And I can't wait to see you because I will be on board if you're on board. Not for the cruise, but for a visit. So listen, we got a lot. We got a very packed agenda and content for you all today with a very special guest from a great partner and a great cruise brand. I want to say thank you to all of our translators. You guys do an amazing job. We will try and be mindful of the words we choose and the pace in which we speak, so not to drive you crazy.
As we always do.
Yeah. And with that, I will leave it for some housekeeping stuff for you, Tatiana, and to introduce our guest.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say one more thing about our guest. We used to work together, some useless trivia that Natalie and I used to work together. I won't date us, but it's been a long number of years when I first started in the wholesale industry with Cruise. So I'm thrilled to be working with our special guest again today from Princess Cruise Line. All you, Natalie or Tatiana.
Absolutely. How exciting. Well, everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are connecting with us from. We are so excited to have you on our second Insider Advantage Travel with, and today our special guest is Princess Cruises. So a couple of things before we start the actual presentation, before we introduce our special guest. Please make sure you change the language that you're listening to this presentation to. On the left-hand corner, you will see a big circle with different flags. So if you click on that, you can choose the language that you want to listen to. Of course, we have various translations. We want to make sure that everybody, no matter where you guys are listening to us from, can enjoy this presentation. So please make sure right now that you get your language. We also have our presentation in various languages. So if you scroll through the chat on the top of it, we actually have downloadable files of Russian, Korean, Ukrainian, Japanese, Spanish, all the presentation. Make sure that you have those on you so that you can look at it, that you can show it to your friends in case they are unavailable today to see it live. So once again, please let us know that you can hear us. Please give us thumbs up. I'm trying to read through the messages. Let us know that you guys can hear us. Okay, I see you guys. Perfect. Bon dia. Saludos. Привет из Kyrgyzstana. All right, you guys can hear us. Every good. España in the house. Chinara. Oh, yes, we haven't rolled the presentation yet. We will see them in a second. Ukraine, the Dominican Republic, Texas, España, Madrid, Germany, Peru, Chile. Oh my God, all over the world. Every corner of the world is here with us. Kazakhstan, amazing. Perfect. Well, I'm glad that you guys can see us and hear us. And here we go. This is our special guest for today. She is the manager of national accounts for Princess Cruises. So she will be telling us everything about this incredible brand, their new ship that is rolling next year, their top destinations, top tours that you can take, and of course, exciting promotions and offers that they have. Please give a warm welcome to Natalie Papasoglu. She is our special guest for today. Give her all the love, all the hearts, and if you have any questions, please write them in the chat. At the end, we will have Q&A and we'll ask all these questions to Natalie. Natalie, we are so happy and excited to have you here with us today. Round of applause.
Oh, I see some. Yay! Hello, good morning. Well, to you both, and then good afternoon, evening, good night, whatever time it is, all around the world. You know, I love coming on your webinars because you know I'm from Europe and I'm German Greek, and it makes me feel like home with all of these international guests and people on the webinars. So hello to everybody. Thank you so much for giving me your time to talk a little bit about my favorite brand, which is of course Princess. And yes, Stephen and I, we go back quite some time. And then when I start talking about our love boat, you'll see how old we really are. But let's get started today. So again, guten Morgen, guten Abend, Kalispera, buenos dias, bonjour, bonsoir. So I'm trying to bring my languages out, and I promise I'll get every single one the next time. So you're going to have to help me with that. All right. So I wanted to start off with a little quiz. And probably if you watched the beginning of this webinar, you will know the answer. Princess is known as the best cruise line for river cruising, best expedition cruise line, best cruise line for romance, or the best cruise line for yodeling. And I'm Bavarian, so I can help you with that. What do you think that is? It is, of course, number 3, the best cruise line for romance, right? So we are truly and truly the love brand. All of our cruises deliver, number 1, a classic cruise experience. We've been made popular Love Boat, of course. And you get a lot of different destinations all around the world. We'll just cover very few today because I would be on for many hours and we don't want to do that to you. We will split it up for the next time. And then all of our ships now are powered by Medallion class. And I will also tell you what that exactly means. But when we are talking about the Love Boat, you probably are very familiar with it. I do hope so. I at least am. I grew up in Germany, and again, I'm not saying, Steve, if it was the 70s, 80s, or the 90s, but I grew up with the Love Boat. I had a German voiceover, so for me, that was Princess Cruises, and that was a brand that defined cruising back in the 70s. It really portrayed the concept of contemporary cruise vacations, and it also was a global success. And if you have watched Captain Stubing helping guests navigate shipboard romances, then you know that all the fans fell in love with cruising, and Princess became known as the best cruise line for romance. So today, we are all about love. And a fun fact as well, so for more than 50 years, so we've been around for quite some time, Princess has helped people celebrate. We've had more than 5 million guests that have sailed for birthdays. We've had more than 10 million who sailed for anniversaries. And then also our medallion class experience is now on all of our ships, and it helps us personalize these moments even more. So there are really a lot of different benefits that are associated with medallion class. But if you put it in simple words, it maximizes the guest experience, and it delivers I would say really an entirely new level of service and attention on board. And that way, we can delight our guests, and we can give them more time to enjoy themselves and play. And so what is the medallion? The medallion, you can see it right here in the middle of the screen. It really starts there. It's a quarter-sized device that never needs to be turned on and off, and it is exclusive to Princess Cruises. What does it do? On your ship, it replaces your key and your credit card. And all you have to do is wear it or carry it. For example, in your pocket, or for us ladies in our purse. And there are also some gadgets where you can actually wear it as a necklace, or you have a clip-on, so you don't lose it. And then replaces your key card and your credit cards. And then with that, almost anything you want is at your fingertips on board. So that could be a pizza, a burger, and beer. It could be directions to your favorite show. It could even be casino games. So it's really designed to make your holiday as simple as possible. And as you can see here, there are many, many more features that really make your experience with medallion class on Princess exceptional. To start with, we truly provide the best Wi-Fi at sea, and that is the case with our ultra-fast medallion net. It is a bow-to-stern wireless coverage, and that allows for amazing land-like internet access, and it makes staying connected just so much more easy, really, no matter where you are. And if you are like me, who travels also a lot for business, for example, or on vacation where I need to stay connected, even with work, I travel with my laptop, I have my iPad, I have my personal phone, and then I have my business phone. I need to be sure that I can talk back with my 6-year-old who wants to say goodnight every night, but also with my business partners. And I can do that with our amazing medallion net. And then we're talking about keyless stateroom entry. So if you're tired of fumbling around for your keys, no problem. What we do is the medallion will allow you for keyless stateroom entry. So you walk down the hallway towards your room, and you can really watch your door unlock and even greet you when you arrive. So it's going to say, "Hey, Natalie," and the door is unlocked. So that's a wonderful feature. And I always have to laugh about that little picture right there where the woman is dragging 2 coffees and a whole plate of goodies into the room. Why is it always the woman who has to come and bring breakfast? So I said, I'm going to send my husband the next time when we are on the ship so we can change that picture around. So it's very easy. The medallion makes it very easy on board to navigate. And then for those of you who might be cruising with family and friends, we have something that we call our shipmates functionality. And that lets you check on the location of your companions anywhere on board the ship. That's really great if you have kids. So if I travel with my 6-year-old, in which we're going to do this summer, he will have his own medallion. And yes, he's always around me, but I will know always in case he walks away from me where he is, because I can find him and I can locate him anywhere on board. So you will always know where your kids are. That functionality cannot be switched off. Adults can do that, and that is a bad thing for me and my husband because he likes to shop. And even though he tells me, no, honey, I'm not in the shops and in the boutiques at Princess right now spending the money, he still is there and I can pinpoint him. So, but that functionality obviously can be switched on and off. And those are just a few of a lot of exciting and innovative features that we have to offer, right? So it really makes everything very convenient. You can find your way around the ship. You can locate your friends on board, and you can order anything and anytime, and having that delivered to you wherever you are on board. Even if you move, we will know where you're on, we will come to you. And that even goes for if you're not ordering something, but maybe you just need advice from a crew member. Or another example, maybe you need sunscreen in the Caribbean and you're laying on deck and you really don't want to walk down to the shops. We will bring the sunscreen to you, or maybe a jacket in Alaska. So it really doesn't matter. This is a beautiful service and a lot of convenience that we offer on board. So as you can see, it elevates the personalization so that our crew members also will always know your name. They can greet you by your name. Hey, Natalie, how are you? You know, they know your food preferences. They know your allergies. And they might know even what drink you had the last night. So when I approach the bar and my waiter will say, hey, Natalie, do you want to have the other Bloody Mary with the extra shot? Then, you know, that's a wonderful thing because I know that they know me. And so that's a higher level of personalization. And that just makes your holiday so much more enjoyable. And how does this work? So essentially, all of this works through an app. We call it the Medallion app. And this is part of your check-in process. So you would download the app either Google Play or the App Store on your phone, and then you can get ocean ready, as we call it, before you cruise. So you give us all your preferences, you upload all of your information, and then once you get to the pier, and that is for our international guests, the Medallion will be peer pickup for our US-based guests. And yes, we are working on also distributing internationally eventually. For our US guests, the Medallion can also be shipped to your home approximately 12 to 15 days prior to the cruise. Okay? Right. And then I just want to say again, you know, we are, as I said, the love brand. I grew up with all of these familiar faces, and no matter what you love, you will definitely find it on Princess. And that was starting in the 70s. Now today, we are the destination leader, and we provide immersive onboard programs and experiences for guests. We visit more than 300 destinations all around the globe, and we currently have a fleet of 15 beautiful and incredible ships. And you get to see one of our newest ones to come next year in a little while. So it is really easy to call yourself the destination leader, right? But as we say, here is what the experts say. And I'm sure some of you, or maybe all of you, will be familiar with Cruise Critic, Travel Weekly, Travel and Leisure Magazine, and a lot of other respected publications. And this is what they have to say. And this is just a small sampling of the accolades that we have acquired over the years. We really rate amongst the best in almost every category imaginable. And that could be key categories that are not listed here, such as spas or romance or service. And then, of course, it is also very, very important to see what our guests are saying, right? So our guests, we have different loyalty levels, and those are assigned by the number of cruise days you spend with us, how many cruises you're taking. Our elite past passengers, which is the highest loyalty level, they have sailed with us about 15 times. And so we have had a huge increase in our elite guests from previous years. And that again is a detriment, a confirmation, of our exceptional service and the service that our crew delivers on board. Now, let's be honest, no cruise line really can own a destination, although I think we do it in Alaska, and you'll see why as well. But take my word for it, truth is many cruise lines really sail to the same places as we do. But what really separates Princess, again, from everybody else is how we immerse our guests in our destinations. And really nobody does it better. And that is what makes us the destination leader. What do? We source local ingredients, and we offer regional cuisine that is created by our award-winning chefs. We have local entertainers on board that feature anything from folkloric shows to music shows, and we even bring wildlife on board. And then we also leverage our connections in each port, right? Because we have been around for so many years. Just to give you an example, in Alaska, we have been sailing for nearly 52 years. So we have a lot of wonderful connections up in Alaska, and we are really able to give our guests amazing and also very delicious shore excursion options. Talking about our onboard experiences. So here you can see we have a beautiful program, which is called our Discovery Program, Discovery Partnership. And that isn't just limited to onboard experiences. So we are enhancing our shore experiences, shore excursions as well. We now offer Animal Planet recommended and Discovery recommended shore excursions in every destination we sail to. And again, this comes with the seal of approval from the two of the most trusted names in world travel. So just to give you an example, exclusive tours that you can only get at Princess are, for example, a visit to the Sloth Sanctuary in Costa Rica, or maybe an after-hour visit to the St. Mark's Basilica in Venice. And these are just very, very few. And then another point, of course, is in my opinion, and I like to eat, right? I'm half Greek and German, and I love my food. So in my opinion, the best way to explore a new destination is really through food. And so the best way to do that is through our Bon Appetit shore excursions. And those shore excursions, they immerse you in the local ingredients, in the cooking styles. You will have food demonstrations and tastings. And so this is something really for every interest and for every appetite. So to give you an example, you can, for example, when you visit Dublin, Ireland, you can make scones from scratch in the countryside, or when you go to Argentina, you can make empanadas. So just an idea here, we have probably about 20 Bon Appetit shore excursions available today all over the world. And we are, of course, going to also expand this program further. And then I also mentioned Alaska before, and this is really our heart. And I always say we don't only love Alaska, I think we are Alaska because we do it really, really well. So here's a little other quiz, a little pop quiz. Princess has been named #1 cruise line in Alaska for how many consecutive years? What do you think? Well, if it was number 5, we'd be pretty old and we'd probably be fossils. But what do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Very good. So I see Tatiana here saying, oh, this is Tati. Okay. That is 16. So number 4 is the correct answer right here. Absolutely. So as I said, we have been nominated many times by both international and national magazines. We are 16 times #1 in Alaska. And there are many reasons why guests should choose to travel with us. Now, one of them is that we have been sailing in Alaska, as I said before, more than 50 years. We've cultivated great relationships with the locals. We've worked with them to create immersive onboard experiences. And we really offer one of the very best varieties of shore excursions, anything from wildlife to foodie tours, to adventurous options like dog sledding on a glacier, for example. And then also, we have more capacity on our top-rated voyage of the Glaciers Cruise, and I'll show you the itinerary in a moment. And that includes 2 glacier viewing experiences, including Glacier Bay. And if you go to Alaska, you do want to go to Glacier Bay because it's absolutely stunning. And so one of the big reasons for this capacity increase is the arrival of Discovery Princess, which is one of our most innovative ships to date. She joined the fleet in 2022. And for 2023, she will be up in Alaska. So you get the best and the newest ship of all. And she will be sailing both out of Seattle, Washington, and Vancouver. And then she will call a number of ports, including Ketchikan, Sitka, Juneau, Skagway, and Victoria, which is British Columbia. So when you sail to Alaska, you have plenty of options. We have ships that range anywhere from 2,000 guests to over 3,000. But I would always say, compared to other cruise lines out there, that is not too big yet. It's really still very, it can still be very cozy, and you find your own private nooks and corners to really withdraw if you want some peace and quiet. And so each of our ships, they offer the Princess signature experience that really our guests have come to love over the course of the years. We also have a variety of cruises, anything from 7 to 14 days, and we feature a variety of departure ports from Vancouver and Anchorage to Seattle, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. So you have a wide variety of ports that you can sail out of. And then finally, as I had mentioned before, Princess Medallion class is also in Alaska, again, on all of our ships, and that will provide you with an enhanced guest experience and a lot of innovations. And also that includes a faster boarding and on-demand services. And what I had forgot to mention previously about the Ocean Medallion, it also is contactless pay, and it speeds up embarkation. So you really have a seamless transition from the pier once you arrive straight into your stateroom. And even there, the door opens by itself, which is wonderful. And then I want to bring up one of the biggest differentiators and reasons for you to choose Princess, and that is our award-winning North to Alaska program. You know, what do we do there? We bring the color, we bring the culture, the flavors, anything that has really to do with Alaska right on board, and we set thereby the standards for Alaska cruising. You can meet real Alaskans on board, anything from lumberjacks to dog sled champions, and you can even pet sled dog puppies, and you'll see a picture there right now as well. And then also you can hear from park rangers and naturalists to really better understand the wonders of Alaska, and there are a lot of wonders to explore up there. And then finally, you can also dine on a variety of fresh Alaska seafood, and obviously we know that salmon is absolutely amazing, the halibut up there. Just in general, the food is just extremely tasty and wonderful. And we really bring that not only in our dining rooms, but we also have it on our buffet section on the top deck. And we have also partnered with local eateries that will bring you iconic dishes like the crab cakes from Tracy's Crab Shack in Juneau, or fish tacos from the Alaska Fish House in Ketchikan. And these are just two eateries that are just very, very known for up there. And here you can see these are the puppies. And this is usually when I hear my audience, I hear, oh, they're so cute. Well, and they are really cute. So these are the dog sled puppies that you can actually meet and breathe and pet during our call in Skagway. We bring them on board, and you can meet them down in the piazza. And you gotta come early because this event always fills up very quickly. I mean, if one of them looks at me like that, I want to take them home, right? So this is one of our wildlife experiences on board as well. And then when it comes to fresh Alaska seafood, it's really hard to beat our Cook My Catch program. Here, you can catch your own Alaska salmon or halibut or whatever just bites, and you can. This is happening during one of our shore excursions. And then you will have our chefs cook it for you and serve it to you in the main dining room. So if you look at this thing, it really doesn't get any fresher. And the best, you're going to feel even better, and it tastes even better because you caught it, right? Now, let's look at two ways to sail to Alaska, okay? One is to sail our Inside Passage, and that is on our round-trip cruises. We are offering 7 to 14-day sailings from our 4 different departure ports. Again, it's Seattle, Vancouver, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, okay? And so also airlift into these main hubs is quite easy. Now, these convenient round-trip voyages, they offer one glacier viewing experience, and they're calling on the southeast ports. And here is the route. So here's an example out of Seattle, so you can see how we sail within the Inside Passage. And then the second options are our one-way cruises. And those are also 7-day voyages between Vancouver and Whittier. Whittier is Anchorage, so you would fly into Anchorage or Anchorage to Whittier. And we are offering 4 ships on this itinerary. All of them visit Glacier Bay National Park. Again, you go to Alaska, you want to go to Glacier Bay National Park. If you're choosing a cruise line that doesn't go there, don't choose their Alaska voyages. And then there will also be one additional glacier viewing experience, an opportunity, which is either going to be Hubbard Glacier or College Fjord. And so this itinerary, this is one of my favorites because it really offers more inside passage cruising. You're cruising the Gulf of Alaska. You have the southeast ports off call, and you have Whittier, and you have Vancouver. And I mean, the really main reason why people go to Alaska, number one, it's glaciers, and then it's wildlife, of course. So you will have 2 glacier viewing experiences, and that is absolutely exceptional. And here I just wanted to give you an impression of how Glacier Bay National Park looks like. I mean, if you just see the light, twinkling and just the colors, it's just absolutely amazing. So everybody's always in awe when we visit this beautiful site. And so here I just wanted to show you how it looks like if you take one of our round trip voyages. Again, this is the example out of Seattle. And then versus the one-ways. And you see you really get all the way up there and you see College Fjord and Hubbard Glacier. So you really want to take that opportunity and really make that choice for your cruise. Now, when we're looking at ports, all of our voyages of the Glacier cruises visit 3 of Alaska's most popular and storied ports. So we have number 1, the port of Ketchikan. And Ketchikan proudly calls itself the salmon capital of the world. I love salmon. With a lovely harbor, as you can see right there, and shops along the historic Creek Street. And then if you're hungry, you can go and try the fish tacos from the Alaska Fish House in Ketchikan. And if you miss them, well, we'll still make them for you on board because, again, we have partnered with this local eatery and we have experience on board as well. The next port is Juneau, and that is Alaska's capital and home to shops and cafes and a very famous saloon. It's called the Red Dog Saloon. And of course, the massive Mendenhall Glacier. And you see that here in the middle, in the background. It's absolutely breathtaking, and it's just outside of town. And then there, you're going to need to check out the local eateries and try eggs from Tracy's Crab Shack. And again, if you miss that because you are in awe with the glaciers and you want to walk around and you don't want to eat at that point, we're bringing that experience again on board as well. And then last but not least here, ports of call, we have Skagway. And remember when we saw the cute puppies before? So this is also when we bring the sled dog puppies aboard during our call in Skagway. And Skagway is really filled with the Gold Rush era charm, right? So you'll find a lot of restored storefronts, you will find wooden sidewalks, and it really recalls kind of the Gold Rush era past. So if you are looking for an exceptional vacation experience and something different, and I think Alaska, to whoever I speak, it's really on their bucket list because it's just outstanding, beautiful. The wildlife is extraordinary, and the glaciers are just breathtaking. And here, this is actually not a rendering. This is really a real picture. This is actually Denali, Mount Denali. And I mean, it's just to look at this, it just makes me happy. So my vacation choice for summer 23 or 24 would definitely be an Alaska cruise. I think you're going to have a tremendous experience and you would absolutely enjoy it. And now I know time's ticking, so I wanted to talk to you just also a little bit about our newest invention. Now here, I know this is the last slide for Alaska. People always ask me, I apologize, when is the best time to go? And really for Alaska, there's not necessarily a best time. It's always a good time. It depends on what you're looking for. So if you're trying not to catch a lot of rain, May and June would be great. If you're trying to see the leaves turn, right? You want to see the fall foliage, maybe catch some northern lights, then you want to go in August and September, right? If you want to see whales are really present throughout the entire season, May through September. A lot of times we have a little bit more in July, but it's pretty even. And then bears, same thing all across those months. They come in May, they just come out of hibernation, so they might be a little bit hungry, but you will see bears during that time as well. If you are an avid fisherman, you can go fishing also through the entire time, May, September, but June and July are the best. And then when is it really the best value to go to Alaska? I would say at the end of the season, and that will be between May and September. Family cruising, of course, because of vacation periods, is always June, July, and August. And now let's get to the sun. So in February 2024, I wanted to introduce you to an amazing vessel that is joining our fleet, and it's called Sun Princess. And if you've been with Princess for a little while, it's actually the name of one of our older ships that has left the fleet many years ago. And so we are bringing her back, renewed and absolutely magnificent. So Sun Princess will actually debut, and that is good news for our European viewers, in the Mediterranean with maiden sailings starting in February 2024. She'll be sailing a variety of 7-day voyages. They can be combined also into 14 or even 21-day voyages. So if you have a lot of time, you want to see a lot, that's a really great option. And it's the first of its kind ship for us, our largest ever. It's going to host 4,300 guests. It's going to have more than 29 bars and restaurants and 21 decks. And it's also going to feature more than 1,500 balconies. Princess has always been known for our balcony focus. And here we will definitely have the most balconies ever. And all of our balcony staterooms will have an in-room sofa. Sun Princess will also be powered by LNG fuel technology. This is one of the cleanest technologies and fuels out there. And we have unveiled some of the features previously in September, but we just got a couple of new venues released. And so I just wanted to share them with you right now. Just be aware, these are still renderings because Sun Princess is, of course, still being built. So this one here is what we call the dome, and the dome is located on the top deck. And I love this space. So it's a cutting edge entertainment space. It's on the top deck of our ship. It's inspired by the cliffs of Santorini. So you have these multi-levels, right? And then at night, which is really cool, it completely transforms in an entertainment venue, right? It has water features and there's some other performances, anything from music to aerial performances that will take place right there in the dome. And then here's our Horizons dining room. And again, I'm just picking a couple of venues. We will still have multiple dining rooms and multiple other venues. I'm just picking a few right now. So Sun Princess will here have a 3-story main dining room. That's a first for us. And it's going to feature dining options to really suit every mood. And what's really great is that every level is going to offer a different dining experience. So every level will have a different menu. And then here's my to-go place. I love the International Cafe. The International Cafe usually was located in our atrium. Now it's located on the top deck of the plaza, all the way on the top, so you have beautiful views. And this is really the place for, I would say, an ever-changing array of small bite meals, treats, and any type of gourmet beverages, right? So in the morning, you can go and you can grab a freshly baked croissant to start your day, and a specialty coffee. I always do that. You can snack on pies, on quiches, and you can also then throughout the day, choose from a variety of salads, sandwiches at lunchtime, and then even you can try some really delicious desserts in the evening. And, again, as I said, this is my to-go place. I like to sit there. I like to watch the performances that take place in the piazza and just see a little bit more of what's going on generally on the ship while I enjoy my coffee or my drink. And then this is our iconic Crown Grill. And Crown Grill is our Sterling Steakhouse. And that experience, we're really taking it to the next level. You see a very modern and sleek design here and a theater-style kitchen. We're still featuring premium aged beef. We will have fresh seafood items as well. And this is a specialty restaurant that really offers a very intimate dining experience. It's very classic. It has an elegant setting, and also it has an open kitchen. So you can actually watch the chefs prepare and cook to order anything from beef to chops and seafood. This here is the Sabatini's, and this is our Italian style trattoria. Here you can see we have a new interior design. We have a little bit more of an intimate bistro style, and we have a circular dining room. And here it's really wonderful. I mean, anything Italian tastes amazing, right? But here you can actually watch the pasta being made fresh every single day in our all-new pasta room. And there's circular windows, so you can really get a good view of everything. With regards to entertainment, here we have our Princess Theater. And our Princess Theater has evolved into what we now call the Princess Arena. And this is our really most technologically advanced performance space, right? So we can configure this in many, many different ways. We can do it in the round, as you can see it right here, but then we can also align it and and change the seats to be parallel facing the stage. So really, really interesting. You have a lot more ways to configure, and that means also a lot more ways to entertain our guests. And then here's what's really important for you, right? So I want to point out just a couple of our accommodation collection of staterooms. This one is called our Reserve Collection Cabana Mini Suite. And this is a resort-style stateroom. It offers a balcony and a private cabana and an extra large outdoor lounge space, right? So the outdoor cabana features outdoor furniture. It has an extra large private outdoor lounge space. You can also relax inside with a separate sitting area with a sofa bed. You get premium bathroom amenities. And in addition, you will receive other upgrades, including the access to the Reserve Collection restaurant. So there will be a special restaurant just for people that are booking our Reserve Collection mini suites. And here I just wanted to show you the breakdown, and what is highlighted here in red, that is what would, right? And this is now an area that can become an extension of your indoor space or an extension of your outdoor space, because you have a panel door which can open to your outdoor seating and you can open up the space. And then the stateroom type will also have an outdoor lounge, which is exclusively for our Cabana Mini Suite guests. And there's also going to be a hot tub. And here's just an impression of our Cabana deck. Again, this is the exclusive outdoor deck that is reserved for those booked in a Cabana Mini Suite. And then we will have our Cove balcony staterooms. And these balcony staterooms, they provide beautiful views, as you can see, from your private balcony. You'll have a bathroom with shower. And again, all of our balconies now include a sofa bed, which was not the case previously. Here's the breakdown. So again, you can see the balconies, you can see the sofa, and